bring up 4th down and 7, and Myers will have to come out and try to hit a 3-run home run here.
Just get some points here. That's important.
Agreed. Keep the points on the board with 5:12 to play here in the first. Out of the hold of East High Black Raider Cole Ritchie, the backup quarterback for the Chargers, who's going to have his day in this offense. Don't you worry about that. I don't think Cole is either. The field goal with plenty of distance, and it's good from 30 yards out, and the Chargers lead at 5-0. Here on the Chargers Sports Network, brought to you by IBC. Chesterman Company. Nelly's having himself an ice-cold Coke, and I'm going to do the same here in a little bit. Thank you, Chesterman Company. R.E. Scott and Pizza Ranch.
So I tell you, and of course you want more than 3 points on that possession, JB, but what's important is, like, not only do you get the points, but you get to keep the momentum early in this game.
Well, you're absolutely right, and I think the point, to further your point, is points off of turnover in whatever realm they are in are incredibly important. You have to get points off of turnover. They did that.
Yep.
Defense got you points. Points off of turnover with special teams. You know that the offense is going to get you points today. You just rack up the points. So smart.
You are. You know.
I was trying to give you credit. You're so smart.
Oh, okay.
SMRT. Right.
No, you left the R out.
SMRT.
Oh, you left the A out.
I did.
Good job.
I'm just seeing if you was paying attention. Myers will kick it away.
That was an abbreviation.
Fair enough. That's fine. Myers with a high end-over-end kick. It's Christian inside the 5 as he had to retreat to get it. Has the 15, has the 20, and the ball's on the ground. And I think the Chargers have it.
That's huge if we come up with another one. That is huge.
Waiting to see who's coming out of the pile with the football, but a lot of Chargers are celebrating. As the referee's telling the dudes, you gotta let us up here. And coming out of the pile is Kyle Gibson with a football for Briarcliff.
Boy, and I tell you what.
Love it.
And I tell you what, if we can punch it in the end zone here, man, Dakota Wesleyan might be in trouble early.
This is one play. This is a one-play drive. That's what you shoot for here. It's Flaherty or Whiting. It's a one-play drive. Go for broke here, Coach Sayer. Let's see if they, if the closed circuit to the coaches is, if they're listening. Ahmed Hussein, the fresh redshirt freshman running back out of Denver, Colorado, in this time around. And boy, have we heard a lot of good things about Hussein. So let's see if he gets a carry here. But I say one play. One play on this drive, Brock. Let's see what you can do. 1st down and 10. It's Bainez in motion. It'll go to Hussein. Looked for the corner, but unable to turn it up. And I think they're going to give him the line. No gain on the play as Chase Thomas will check in. Yeah, really good job defensively by Dakota Wesleyan's line there, led by Weston Wellsberg. He just kind of extended that play, kind of in a similar of what Harold did along the goal line. He just stayed along the line of scrimmage, waited for the angle, made the tackle. It's a really nice play.
Yeah, just did a great job of not letting him turn the corner because the young man looks like he's got some speed if he can get to the corner and turn it.
And Wellsberg is big, and he's long. 6'5", 250, the junior defensive end. So 2nd down and 11. They will give him a loss of 1 on the play. It's Thomas back in the backfield. And Whiskles. Timeout, Briarcliff. Charger coaching staff saw something they didn't like. Game is brought to you by Sport Clips and RBC Wealth Management, Surf Pro of Siouxland, and the good folks at Kneffler Chevrolet. All the people here in attendance today got to enjoy some tailgating and some bouncy houses, food trucks. They got Tasties over there, by the way.
Yeah, it looks like they're having some fun up there on the hill.
They got onion chips out of their food truck. Might have to send you over there.
I have to go that way anyway. I gotta go to the boys' room. Should have done it before the game started.
I don't know why they wouldn't have onion chips in the food truck, I guess. Doesn't that sound good, though?
It does.
I mean, it just sounds fantastic.
I'm not going over there.
Why not?
That's a long way.
Get your steps in for the day. You
already do.
I thought you had the weekend off.
No, I had a
Did you
football.
coach this morning?
Yes.
Where'd you play?
South Sioux.
Okay.
We did.
Well, I asked that question because there was Utes playing on the turf up at Faber Field today,
Keelan,
so I
yeah.
didn't know if that was.
Nope.
I was hoping you would have said it was your team, last night or the night before, and I would have watched. Second down and 11 for the Chargers. 4:04 to play, coming out of the timeout, leading at 5-0. Saya, three-step drop, sets his feet, throws, and defended beautifully by Landon Rusink of Dakota Wesleyan, who knocks it down, intended for Jaden Westbrook. So it's third down and 11. It'll be third down and 11, and even 4 minutes to play. Quick moving first quarter so far. Saya looks over the defense. Flaherty, the near side wide receiver, his bright green cleats on. Saya looks. Westbrook makes a beautiful cut. He's open in the end zone. Touchdown, Briarcliff. That is a great route by Jaden Westbrook. 21 yards away. Saya to Westbrook. Touchdown, Chargers. Saya's 9th touchdown of the season with the extra point pending. Just an absolute beautiful play by Jaden Westbrook. His first touchdown of the season from Brock Saya. And that's how you draw it up. Ran right up the hash mark and cut towards the corner of the end zone. Saya delivered a perfect strike right to him. And it's Richie on to hold the extra point with Myers set to kick it. 11-0 Chargers. Snap is good, and the kick is blocked down. That's a live ball, by the way, as it's brought out a little bit by Dakota Wesleyan's Grayson Hansen. So the blocked extra point and this odd football score continues 11-0. All right. 11-0. Okay. Did you have that on your bingo card? I didn't. I did not have 11-0 on my bingo card. I can tell you that much. Here, Andy, you want the headsets for a while? Yeah, go ahead. We got our producer extraordinaire. Yeah, there you go. What's going on, buddy?
That's going good.
I'm glad. Thanks for all the hard work you do. Introduce yourself to everybody.
Andy Ejim. I'm a junior here at Briarcliff, just coming from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Awesome.
So thanks for having me.
Yeah, I love it, man. You do a great job up here. And you're on the esports team, yes?
I am so.
Which game is your specialty?
I am a League of Legends player for the ADC position, so just coming from second place in nationals at Ole Miss.
No kidding?
Yes, sir.
Dude, you're the man.
Yeah.
Love it. Coach Jack and the esports team, you got a cool little room there to work. It's not little, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You guys got it. What do you call it? An arena?
I mean, yeah, most people call it arena. A room
Okay.
is fine as well, facility, whatever it may be.
I love it. I think it's great. They did let me in there once to look around, but they wouldn't let me touch anything. And I said, don't worry. I don't know. You're not playing like FIFA or Madden in there. Or do you play FIFA and Madden in there sometimes?
I would say it's one of those things where that we do have game systems. We have a GameCube. We have a Nintendo Switch, but
Awesome.
so many different devices.
Lane Darrow on the return for Dakota Wesleyan's Tigers out to the 31-yard line. So, Andy, what do you study here on the cliff?
I am a computer science major, yes.
Of course you are, because you're incredibly intelligent. That makes perfect sense. All right,
thank
fair
you.
enough. I get it. Well, that's awesome. We're glad to have you working beside Nellie and I, and we appreciate your smile every Saturday here. And just another great student-athlete here on campus that you are, and getting the chance to work for Ossie in the athletic department, and kind of did you ever see yourself in a role like this? Going, yeah, I could produce. I could be an executive producer.
Honestly, not really. Like, it just happened to be a case where I saw a lot of people weren't really doing it, and you know, I've worked on streams before, also my own streams and other friends and family streams. So it's things where I feel like it's something I could do.
You can do. You're doing a great job, my man. Max Rabb on the catch for Dakota Wesleyan out to the 36-yard line. It's second down and 6 right here on the Charger Sports Network. Hand off to Kaiser. Kaiser looks right up the middle and gets a yard, maybe 2. Yeah, about 2. Kobe Kaiser, his fourth carry of the afternoon as the Chargers I know that's something Coach Ledecky talked about, and the fact that Kaiser had a really good game against the Chargers last year. So he was someone high on their radar today coming into this game that they really needed to try to bottle up. Landon Iverson, the backup running back, will take this snap alongside Jed Jensen in the backfield for Dakota Wesleyan. It's 3rd down and 3. Jensen rolls, has Kyle Gibson. Gibson unable to tackle him, but he gets it away to McElravy, who will lose a yard on the play as he just kind of flipped it over Kyle Gibson because he knew Gibson was going to hit him. Jensen flips it to McElravy, and it's a loss, and it's 4th down, and the Chargers are going to get the ball back already. I'm not trying to distract you. Go ahead.
No, you're completely fine.
So does the esports season, do you have a specific season, or do you get to play all year?
So most of the cases, it does play all year. I think right now we're just going through a bit of a roster situation since one of our players had a personal issue and wasn't able to attend this semester.
All right.
But usually in the spring is when nationals start.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Kick is away. It'll bounce at the 30. Westbrook will field it, but he's got 2 Tigers right there, and if he can make a miss, he might have something going. He makes the 3rd miss. Can't make the 4th miss as he'll get out near the 20-yard line. Tackle on the play by Ashton Munsell, the defensive back out of Carroll, Nebraska. So the Chargers have it back after having a couple of possessions here already and leading 11-0. Come on in. It's a party in here. There you go. The phone back to its rightful owner. Love it. 1st down and 10. Ball on the 18-yard line. We aim to please up here in this press box, however that may be.
That's
Saya
right.
and company break the huddle. Minute 40 to go, first quarter. Saya puts Whiting in motion. Now off to his right side. Saya takes a low snap, grabs it, hands it off. Little bottleneck right along the hash mark. And Pittman, not a whole lot of room to work. Iman Pittman with his first carry of the afternoon. But like I said, as that game rolled on up in Mount Marty last Saturday, the running backs played incredibly well and extended some drives, extended those last 2 scoring drives in great fashion. And that's exactly what the Chargers need to get from the running back room. And they're getting better and better every game. 2nd down and 7 after Pittman gains 3. 3 wide receivers for the Cliff. 2 to the left side of Saya. Saya will make it 3 off to his left as Bainez goes in motion. Saya looks that way. Fires. Has a man. It's caught at the 35-yard line and out of bounds. Ivan Funderburk with the catch. And that's a 1st down and more for Briarcliff. Michael Hensley will play tight end this time. We'll go with a double tight end set, I do believe. Yes, I see Stephen Whiting out there too. So a double tight set for Briarcliff. On 1st down and 10 from the 33-yard line. Could very well be the final play here of the first quarter with the Chargers leading it 11-0. Homecoming Saturday here at the Cliff. Saya takes the snap and turns, hands it off. Out to the 36 is Chase Thomas. Byer on the tackle for Dakota Wesleyan from his linebacker spot. Already got to call his name a few times today, and that'll be the expiration of the first quarter. Briarcliff 11, Dakota Wesleyan nothing here on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com.
Briarcliff University, you're more than just a number. You're part of a community that sees you, supports you, and walks beside you every step of the way. With small class sizes, professors know your name and care about your goals. And because we believe in your future, every traditional undergraduate receives a scholarship to make college more affordable. At Briarcliff, you'll build confidence, find your purpose, and belong. Discover the difference at briarcliff.edu.
Back at Memorial Field, start of the second quarter. Chargers lead at 11-0 here on the Chargers Sports Network. At BCUChargers.com, we'll give you a GPAC scoreboard update. Coming up here in just a minute, and at halftime, we will have head coach Connor Sonius of the women's basketball program. They had their inter-squad scrimmage on Wednesday, was able to take that in, and very happy with what Coach Sonius and Coach Grant have put together. They're going to have another whale of a team this year, led by Mally McNair and Kenna Mongan and Brooklyn Heineman. Taylor Sudman. Oh, yeah, they're going to be great. They are going to be fun to watch. The men's basketball team had their alumni game earlier today. Saya puts Bainez in motion. Saya wants to throw, has some time to throw, steps up in the pocket, looks, and it's incomplete, looking for Stephen Whiting. Defended on the play by Jackson Jarding, a sophomore safety for Dakota Wesleyan. So it's 3rd down and 7 for Briarcliff, looking to extend this drive. So we await the 3rd down and 7 play. Thank you, Nelly. Man. Ice on top? Look at that. That's an ice cold Coke. Oh, you can't beat that. You cannot beat that. Now I got to see if I'm break something open in this deal. Saya back to throw on 3rd down. Pocket collapses. Saya gets out of it. Somehow gets out of it. Tries to get out of another tackle, but he's wrapped up by Grayson Hansen, the linebacker and team's leading tackler for Dakota Wesleyan. He made something out of nothing there and almost had it working pretty darn good, but at the end, the outstretched hand of Grayson Hansen just too much for Saya to escape, and that brings up 4th down, and Jacob Myers will be on to punt for the Cliff. What a beautiful day outside, huh, Nelly? Oh, I should put your level back up.
As a fan, the day doesn't get any better.
Off the side of Myers' foot, it's going to end up well out of bounds, and we'll see where it's going to be marked. But there is a flag down, so. Well, Andy was on, our executive producer, while you were gone. Your job's in jeopardy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. No worries.
I'm kidding.
I could just be a fan. Go set with your brother.
I just want you to know that you go right ahead. You go right ahead.
Oh, goodness.
Andy, computer science major, is smarter than both of us combined.
Yep. Well, that doesn't take much. That bar's not very high.
Not that we needed him to talk with us on the air to know that. We already knew that. But, no, that was cool. Very cool. So we'll, after the penalty, it'll be 4th down and 8, and Myers will get a chance to blast one here for the Cliff. Watching him in warm-ups, his punt game is really, really improved. Let's see what he can do here. It's a pretty good snap. Gets off a pretty good kick. Sidewinding spiral, and the fair catch called for back at the 27-yard line by Landon Rusink out of Del Rapids, South Dakota. Del Rapids, a very, very historically good athletic program.
Yeah, they have. I mean, you could say it's a sports factory.
I would say so. That's
For sure.
That's a good way to describe that, yes. Not much Del Rapids hasn't been good in.
I don't know what else there is to do up there, but I can tell you one thing, there's a lot to do up there, and that's sports.
Uh-huh. And they enjoy it, and they excel at it. No doubt about it. Man in motion for Dakota Wesleyan makes 3 wide receivers. The throw is caught to Cole Holden, who was that man in motion. Former Watertown, the Arrows? Or
the Arrows.
Watertown Arrows.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I had a cousin that is a alum of Watertown, went on to play some college football way back in the day. I remember making a road trip up to watch him play. He's a big offensive lineman, but that's got to be 25 years ago. So I remember the
helmet
logo on the helmet.
It's an arrow. Yeah.
It's an arrow. Yes. It's the Florida State one, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
I thought so. Florida State upset last night, by the way, by the Hoos of Virginia.
That's crazy.
It'll be 3rd down and short for the Tigers. Play the high school mascot game with Nelly and I. You're probably going to lose. I have a feeling between the two of us, that's a game we could win.
For sure.
We could win. Very high snap, pulled down by Jensen. Throws far side, and it's incomplete. Looking for Holden, and that'll bring up 4th down. And another punt situation for Dakota Wesleyan.
When the defense so far has just been stellar. That's huge.
Well, and we've talked about it through the first 4 games here, is how important it is for the defense. You know, these guys love hitting people. They love playing defense, but limiting their time on the field is just, it's absolutely huge.
And especially on today's like today. Like I said, it's a fan's day to be out and to be able to watch football and all that good stuff. But, man, it's warm down there.
Kick is away. It's a high end-over-end kick. It'll bounce and end up out of bounds right around the 25-yard line. That's where the Chargers will take over. So the 26 is where Brock Sia and company will come back out, leading at 11-0. Midland leads Doane 10-0. Start of the second quarter. Morningside leads Hastings 13-7. Concordia 13-0 over Waldorf. And later on tonight, the GPAC game of the day, really no doubt about it, is Northwestern and Dordt. Dordt looking for their, still out for their first ever victory over their rival Northwestern. And I guess if you take Coach Ledege's point of view, you're not a rivalry until you win a game.
That's true.
As he's talked about the Briarcliff Morningside rivalry in that fashion. Sia turns, throws, has a man, and it's caught by Flaherty at the 40-yard line.
Well, and he did a
Kimani just had to go up and get it.
He just did a great job of going up at the height of where the ball was. He did a great job of going up at the height and just pulling that thing down. That was huge because it was well defended.
It was. I don't know that it could have been defended much better, but it's a first down to the 39-yard line. So Flaherty with another nice catch today. He can keep racking them up as much as he wants. We'll keep rooting for that. We got no problem with it.
100%.
Bainez and Funderburk near side wide receivers. Flaherty off to the far side, widening it at tight end. He'll motion in front of Sia. Goes to Thomas as Whiting turns into a blocker and gets a little bit of a hole for Thomas to fall forward to the 36-yard line. That'll be a nice gain of about 3 on first down. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. $11:30 to play here in the first half. Sun-drenched field here at Memorial today. Ellie's even needs a sunshade since we're both glasses wearers. Thomas again on the handoff. Thomas with a first down. Runs through a nice hole right side. Ooh, we got a late flag at the 35. Might have been a hold there. See a lot of familiar alumni faces in the crowd today. That's absolutely awesome. Folks coming back and rooting on the Chargers. Kind of overflow into the side stands today. I love this.
Yeah. So
this is absolutely great.
That's what you expect on homecoming weekend too. So a lot of festivities going on.
See one of my former students that I got to go say hi to, and my question for him is going to be if he flew here today, because he is in pilot training.
Pilot.
And down in Kansas City, Davis, former golfer in the Charger athletic department, but he's got to be getting very, very close to having his commercial pilot's license. He has his private pilot's license, I know, but so I'm wondering if he didn't just fly up here today.
Sure. You get that commercial, man, you can go just about do anything.
Yeah, he wants to be a commercial pilot.
There you go.
That's what he wanted to do here at Briarcliff, but he got his accounting degree. Just an incredibly smart young man, Davis. So I got to go say hi to him. We follow each other in text, and I follow his whereabouts on social medias and such because just such a great kid to have in class. But 10:55 to play first half. Pittman in the backfield. Little flare out to Westbrook and nowhere to go for Westbrook. He'll lose a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 18. After the loss of 1. And the lid of Jaden Westbrook came off, so ball at the 47. Boy, Nelly, the way the offense is playing, I'm not so sure you don't try to chunk this in half and go for it.
Oh, yeah. No kidding.
I mean, obviously, it depends on this play, but third down and 18 at the 47 for Saya. Two backs, Pittman and Thomas. And a timeout used by the Chargers.
I almost say even more to that, the way the defense is playing here today. How do you not go for it?
Well, agreed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a better point. Look at you. You brought your A game today, bud.
I told you. Got to get it done, man.
Well, there's got to be at least once a season.
Once a season. That's what my basketball coaches tell me too. Hey, you're good. You're good for one game a season.
Yep, one game. One game a year.
Did I mention that we play 23 games?
Yeah. Well,
the bar's not set too high for me. I love it.
That's, but see, as being a Hayden Fry, Kirk Ferentz fan, you as the head coach have done a wonderful job of surrounding yourself with people smarter than you. And so you delegate the other 22 to them. You know that you're going to peak in one. The other 22 are on them.
Isn't that what it's all about?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
Well, someday they want to be head coaches, right? So you might as well just give them the reins.
I agree.
Okay.
Now if they can only deal with the parents for you.
Yeah. Hopefully my AD's not listening because that means he'll cut my pay.
No, he won't.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't know how to do that paperwork. And it's too much paperwork.
That was nicer than what I was going to say.
I'm just not a paperwork guy.
Yeah.
So I was kind of sticking up for him there, just saying, nah, it's not worth the paperwork. It's fine. Third down and 18 for the Chargers. Delayed handoff to Thomas. Thomas will get a couple back to the 44. Gain of 3 yards. It'll be fourth down and 15. And the Chargers going to flip the field.
I like that decision too.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely.
A lot of time to play in the second quarter yet. So
well, you've already got one safety in the way that Dayton Harrell and Kyle Gibson and a couple of these speedsters can get down the field. I mean, we saw a punt last night in the high school game that Nelly and I covered where the punter just simply lobbed it up, and his receiver or his out man on the kick team just caught it in the air.
Yeah, ran under it and caught it.
We'll see what Myers does here. He's going to boot it high into the air. Lusink is back deep. Lusink's going to let it go, and it's going to take a Charger bounce. And it's going to be out of the 7-yard line.
Again, good punt.
Great punt by Jacob Myers. He's pumped coming off the field as he should be.
His punt game is on A status today.
Absolutely. Actually at the 6. All right. Even better than the 7. That's where you don't look at the average per punt. You look at the body of work.
Yeah,
we don't care about the average. I like it. So pin back deep are the Tigers with Jed Jensen and company. Handoff goes to Kobe Kaiser. He's got a nice little run working, and he's going to be tackled from behind on the play by Cale Forsyth. That'll be a first down run. And like I said, a very nice piece of running.
Sure. It can't be more than 5 first downs for them this half yet, right?
That's their second.
Wow. Okay. Good piece of work by the defense so far.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 out to the 19-yard line. Jensen puts a man in motion. He'll pull it down and give it back to Kaiser. Kaiser has a little bit of room to run again. He'll get 3, maybe 4 on first down. Bottled up at the end of the play by Max Rascon Jr. and by Joe Caceres. Big Joseph has been coming out of his shell and doing it really nicely. A sophomore defensive end. Caceres brothers take up the right side of that defensive line, and they just, like I said, they've been getting better and better with every game that's been played. Jensen wants to throw. He rolls to his right, sees Max Rascon Jr. has to run around him. He pushes him back up the hash mark. He'll get nothing on the play.
That time he just ran into a wall. and he was smacked hard.
Two Chargers were waiting. Philip Benjamin was one of them. As Hogan, Camp, and Caceres come out for a play, Ethan Dolan back in for Briarcliff, the former Sioux City North Star. So it's 3rd down and 6 for Briarcliff with 4 wide receivers for the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers. Jensen takes the snap, face mask high, wants to throw, does so out over the middle. It's tipped and caught. Getting a hand on it for the Chargers was Cameron Caillou, and then caught by Max Rabb for a first down. That's just a football play, Nelly. It was defended as well as it could.
Well, and of course, you teach your backs that ball is in the air, and you work that tip drill and hoping that your teammate's there, but it happened to be the receiver that time from Dakota Wesleyan.
Nothing you can do about that. That's a good play by Max Rabb to bring it in for the Tigers, the Yankton, South Dakota native. So it's 1st down and 10. Jensen fires far side, has his man for a gain of 6, maybe 7 on 1st down. Making the catch was Cole Holden. Holden into Briarcliff territory at the 48-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down at about 4.
One of the only high schools I know that has 2 mascots.
They do?
Yeah, because the boys are the Bucks and the girls are the Gazelles.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Look at you.
Man,
Look at
more
you.
knowledge.
That's
useless.
right.
Useless.
No. Yeah. Fake the head off to Kaiser. Dump it off to Rabb. Rabb hawked by Max Rascon Jr. and Kevon Booker. It is a first down, though, to the 44-yard line. So it's a first down. Max Rabb out of Yankton, like we said. Got a couple of catches today. Came in with 2 catches for 21 yards. Has doubled that effort already. So the Tigers on the move. 1st down and 10 at the 44-yard line. In motion is Dieblich. High snap. They fake to Kaiser. Thrown out over the middle. Oh, it's caught again. Nice play by Cole Holden. Holden off to the races. Tackled from behind at the 5-yard line by Jaden Self. It's 1st down and goal, Tigers.
Wow, and that was just a great route that time and a great throw.
It is 11-0 Briarcliff here on the Charger Sports Network. Coach Connor Sonius at halftime. New head coach of the women's basketball program. I know all the girls in attendance today are rooting on the Charger football team.
That's just awesome. Again, love the way each program supports each other.
Kaiser cuts up the middle, gets 2, maybe 3. Gonna mark him down at the 2.5. So he cuts the distance in half to make it 2nd down and goal, and just inside the 3.
The athletes can't help but to support one another because the coaches do a great job of supporting each other's program. That's just huge.
Yeah, agreed. Absolutely right. The coaching fraternity here at Briarcliff is awesome. Saw Coach Watts here earlier today, the alumni wrestling meet tonight at the Newman Flanagan Center. 2nd down and goal at the 2. Fake to Kaiser. Jensen throws. Intercepted. It is picked off. Kyle Gibson on the interception, defended and set up by Cale Forsyth. What a play.
Wow.
Forsyth got a hand on it, poked it up in the air. Gibson pulls it out of the air. It's a touchback on the interception.
Wow. Talking about bend and don't break. Wow. That's huge.
NDSU leads South Dakota at the end of 1, 13-0 up at the Fargo Dome. NDSU just stacked again.
Yeah, well, and USD needs a victory. Unfortunately, they are going up there to play them, but they need a win here.
South Dakota struggling a bit this season, not
under a new regime.
Yeah, not exactly what they had in mind with Aiden Boatman coming back, the 5th-year quarterback. Still a stud quarterback, and they're going to win way more than they lose. But 1st down and 10 at the 25 for our stud quarterback, Brock Saya. Saya fakes the handoff, rolls off to his right. Has Whiting, goes deeper downfield instead, looking for Bainez, and it's out of bounds as Bainez and the defender
hit up on the track.
Both end up on the track. That's just a great play by both kids.
It is.
That's great effort.
Not sure that track hits the same way as a turf, though.
Ashton Munsell in coverage, the strong safety for Dakota Wesleyan. But a great effort by the two of them.
Absolutely.
Now, as opposed to other places, there's only about 4 or 5 yards between the edge of the field and the track here. Some places it is way more spread out. Not necessarily here at Memorial Field. 2nd down and 10. Saya turns, hands it off. It's Thomas. Thomas will get 3, maybe 4 on 2nd down out to the 29-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and about 6 for the Chargers. 3:55 to play here in the first half, but Briarcliff does get the ball coming out of the halftime break. So the Chargers break the huddle at 3rd down and 6. 3:35 to go for Saya. Long snap count. Still 5 on the play clock. Saya takes the snap. Steps back. Fires. Has Fleerme for a first down at the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 10 for the Chargers.
And he just keeps impressing, let me tell you. Wow.
Another bullet thrown by Saya. That's a Briarcliff first down.
Big dude.
That's what I was going to say. Yes, sir.
I was saying hi to him. Hope he didn't think I was trying to size him up because
you weren't.
I lose.
He knows better. Anthony Rossi, one of the Chargers staff here in attendance today from numerous departments here at Briarcliff, all showing out this afternoon. Sion first down and 10. Handoff. Nothing doing. That's a really nice play defensively by Dakota Wesleyan. Brody Ballinger was through first. A loss of 1 on the play. The 2nd 11. Chargers do have a timeout left here, but the 2-minute stoppage in play will probably come after this play if it's a live play anyway. An incomplete pass would obviously stop that short. And we'll see if the Chargers just take it down to that 2-minute timeout and talk about this 2nd down and 11 play, which is what it looks like is going to happen. So 2 minutes to play here in the first half on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. Chargers have that 2nd down play in just a minute. Two minutes to go here in the first half, 11-0 Briarcliff, but looking for more, and they do get the ball after halftime. So some points here, Nelly, would be huge, even if 3.
Absolutely. And, I mean, especially knowing that you get the ball coming out of the half. So
take Mo into the halftime locker room with you and then bring him right back out, right? Big
Sure.
2nd down and 11 play for Brock Saya. Saya points out a linebacker. 3 wide receivers for Brock. 3-step drop, sets his feet, steps up, and he's going to go down. That's just a beautiful play defensively by Carter Skogsberg of Dakota Wesleyan. Got his big paw out there in his long reach and was able to pull him down Not a lot you can do about that.
Well, I just did a great job that time, the defender did, in not overrunning that pocket, because a lot of times that's what you see coming off that edge. They'll overrun it. He did a great job of breaking down and making sure that he could get a hand out and get a hand on Saya.
And Dakota Wesleyan takes a timeout. With 1:47 to go here, looking maybe for some good field position. If they can stop Briarcliff here on 3rd down and 11. Really, Ford?
I love it.
Hope so. You're doing it at halftime at midfield.
Oh, I just remembered I got to go to the restroom.
Again? I don't think so. What's wrong with you? Got to get that checked. Next Saturday here on the Charger Sports Network, we'll have baseball for you. Saturday after that, the 11th of October, Nelly and I will reassemble the troops. Be right back here for the Northwestern Red Raiders to come to town.
Loving it. Yeah, I just noticed our cheer team. They all have different uniforms on. Is that like just the generations? That is pretty cool.
It could be.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Maybe they just have, I don't know. Let's see. We have 1 match, 2 match, 3. They have 4 sets.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is cool.
I like it. I like it. Actually, Nelly, at halftime, you and I are going to go to the bounce house.
There'll be no more bounce house if we go to the bounce house.
Why? Are we over the age requirement? Saya wants to throw, puts it up into the air for Flaherty. Flaherty tracks it, and it's incomplete. That is well guarded and defended by Landon Rusink. That will bring up 4th down and 11.
He was with him stride for stride, too. Did a great job of doing what you're taught to do, and that's waiting for the receiver to get his hands up, and then you turn and look for the football, but he was with him step for step.
Nice defensive play by Landon Rusink, and he will be back to return the punt. Jacob Myers will stand at his 11-yard line, and let's see if he can get off a boomer here with 1:41 to play in the half. Dakota Wesleyan wanting to put some points on the board before halftime after they had a really nice drive working their last trip down offensively. Myers gets it away. It'll take a high bounce and then a Charger roll to the 35-yard line where it'll be touched up by BCU. Not a bad punt at all.
Here we go. Hang on for a minute and change whatever it is. And
so about a 40-yard punt for Jacob Myers.
Take this lead into halftime and be ready to go in the second half.
Let's see if this well-rested defense can get some things working here. In fact, time of possession today, 22:36 to 5:55 in the first half. That's something you'll take every day of the week. Jensen hit as he throws, does have Rob for the reception to the 41-yard line. Make it the 42, so it'll be a gain of 8 as he wisely steps out of bounds, and the play puts it at 1:24 on the clock. The 2nd down and 3. Jensen ready to take the snap. Got time. Now he doesn't. Flushed. Rushed. Running around looking for the angle. He'll have the first down, and he'll step out of bounds at the 49-yard line. That's a really nice decision by the sophomore quarterback, Jed Jensen.
Yeah, because nothing good was going to happen on that particular play. Covered sack, if anything, but he did a great job of getting his way out of the pocket that had collapsed in, away from a couple linemen that were chasing him.
So near midfield with 1:15 to play here in the first half. Dakota Wesleyan does have 2 timeouts. Max Rascon Jr. looks like he wants to blitz. He doesn't. Caceres boys come, and Jensen goes down at the 40, but we got a flag down as well. That's in the area of holding, though.
It's definitely going to be a hold. Like the guy, he basically tackled our lineman.
Joseph Caceres wreaking some havoc there in the end spot.
A personal foul. Face mask.
Oof.
Wow.
Caceres on the face mask will give the Tigers new life to the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 at the 35 for the Tigers. .69 seconds left to play here in the first half. Defense needs another big play. They've won the turnover battle so far. Jensen nailed as he throws. Rascon Jr. picks the ball up, and there's been no whistle. He's got the 40, the 45, and the 50, and to the 45 in Dakota Wesleyan territory, and I didn't see any forward motion of his arm there, Nelly. Did you?
Definitely not. He took a shot right in the teeth.
And that's why the referees did not blow the whistle. Now, it is a play that can be reviewed and looked at.
In that situation, I thought the officials did a great job of holding their whistle there, because you can always go back and review it. So
absolutely. Oh, now after discussion, it's an incomplete pass. Okay. I got no argument for it either way because there was a lot going on in there. But like you said, that's a play where you don't blow it dead early knowing that it could be a live ball. Right. You got to let that play out and then make your decision.
Yeah, but all those officials are assigned to specific duties.
Coach Ledecky will challenge the play after he looks up at his coaching staff and they say, let's take a look at this.
Nope.
And with a minute to go here in the first half, if you lose your timeout, you lose your timeout.
Yeah,
I mean, or you lose your challenge here at the end of the half, no big deal. I agree. Take a look at it.
What's the worst that can happen? Play's going to stand? Okay.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. Agreed. So we'll be right back here on the Charger Sports Network as they go on and take a look at it. So after review, it is an incomplete pass. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And again, absolutely nothing to lose by taking that challenge.
No, agreed.
And so, because you never know, it could have definitely been turned around. So
Right. So Jed Jensen and company will go back to work at 2nd down and 10 from the 35-yard line as he takes the shotgun snap. Rushed again, Max Rescon Jr. trying to get him. Can't get him. He gets out of it, and he's going to run for a first down and out of bounds on the far side of the field at the 24-yard line.
I tell you, once he was flushed out of the pocket, man, he took off like a scalded dog.
Well, he had to. That's how he was going to make his way on that play, and has done so nicely with a couple of big rushes today. 3rd down and 1, though. Big play here for the Charger defense with 55 seconds to go here in the half. Handoff. Kaiser will have the first down, and he's got more into the secondary. Drop the football, though. Let's see who's got it. I think the Chargers do. Kaiser does not have it. I can promise you that. There's 2 bodies fighting for it underneath the pile. That's Charger football. I don't know how it's not Charger football because Johnny Bowser's got it. But they huddle up. Unless they're going to say he was down, which is a possibility. I think it was loose before that, though. Yeah. Fumble on the play, recovered by the Chargers. The defense comes up huge again.
Yeah, no reviewing that.
Coach Cozy is earning his keep today. He is a happy camper.
Boy, the defense has played a well of a game here in this first half of this ball game.
Pitching is shut out, up 11-0. 45 seconds left. Probably won't see anything too drastic or dramatic from the Briarcliff offense, but who knows? So 1st down and 10 Chargers at the 12. Thomas in the backfield with Saya. Saya takes the snap, steps back, deals, and it's intercepted. Intercepted on the play by Trevor Sladkey of Dakota Wesleyan. Coming up at halftime, we'll have Coach Connor Sonius. Illinois looking to bounce back. They lead USC 31-17 in Champaign-Urbana. Minnesota holding off Rutgers 31-28 up in the Twin Cities. Later on, it's number 1 Ohio State at the Fighting Aussie Tupuas of Washington. That's a 2:30 game along with Iowa and Indiana. Game of the day tonight, 6:30, Oregon and Penn State. 6th-ranked Ducks, 3rd-ranked Penn State, whiteout in Happy Valley. I'll be watching that one.
And not that it's funny, but it's somebody obviously that didn't know what they're. Did you see the social media tag for that game?
No.
Whites only.
Oh, jeez. Whoops.
I can guarantee you from now on, he'll be getting proofed. Oh goodness. Oh. Poor guy.
Unfortunately, a very innocent mistake
Oh,
in a
absolutely.
whiteout.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to blow him up for that. At Notre Dame, 56-13 over Arkansas. Duke, 38-3 over Syracuse.
Just putting a stick to him.
Yeah, they are. Jensen, pocket collapses, and he's sacked. Max Rescon Jr. and big number 98, Michael Caceres on the sack.
Well, Rascon did a great job that time of just blowing the whole middle part of that offensive line up. And I don't know if they had one guy on them or 2 guys, but I'm going to tell you, 2 wasn't enough.
It was not enough, that's for sure. Couple of top 25 teams have already lost this weekend. 46-38 Virginia over 8th-ranked Florida State in double overtime last night. And Arizona State out in the desert knocked off 24th-ranked TCU 27-24. So ranked teams beware today. 18th-ranked Vanderbilt 41-21 over Utah State. Vandy 4-0 out of the chute. Georgia and Alabama play today as well. That'll be a good afternoon game.
It's just a great day for football, actually.
Number 11, Indiana and Iowa. Then I got to wake up early tomorrow and watch my Vikings in Ireland.
Yep. You and just the Viking fans will be up.
Well, the Steeler fans, too.
Well, yeah.
There's a lot of them.
There's probably a lot more of them than Viking fans.
Nah.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Oh, I don't know.
If you give football fan a reason to have a pint that early in the morning, they're going to. And that pass is batted down. What a beautiful play by Michael Caceres. He's just, his hair's on fire.
When he even strapped it on, hey, I love it, man. Yep.
And it's 3rd down and long. 3rd down and 17.
That big fella got some air that time.
He did,
wow.
too.
Okay.
Chase Brown wasn't far behind him either. So 3rd down and 17 at the 42-yard line with 28 seconds to go here in the half. Chargers up 11-0. They'll go with Kobe Kaiser. Or check that, I'm sorry, it's Landon Iverson, the backup running back on that play. He gets to the 38-yard line. And D-Dub pretty content here just to let the clock run out. They do not have to run a play to get to halftime, and I think that's frankly where they want to be, only trailing at 11-0 and having lost a turnover battle 3-0 here in the first half. Or 3-1, sorry. Oh, now they do take a timeout. Maybe they're going to try a bomb of a field goal here. I mean, with 2 seconds left, what's it hurt?
Right.
If you can get on the board. Danny Carsred is their field goal kicker. And let's see how he's done on the season. Long of 40. 2 of 3 with the long of 40. Either that or you just throw it up in the end zone if you have time. But Chargers kind of pinning their ears back right now. I don't know if that's, I mean, yeah, again, you're not out nothing. So definitely isn't going to hurt anything. But Briarcliff will have the ball coming out of the halftime break, leading at 11-0. It looks like if Jensen is given time, he's going to give the old heave-ho as the Chargers play center field with 5 corners and safeties back deep. Jensen, if he can get the ball away, hit as he throws, and it's incomplete, well underthrown. The only receiver downfield was Caleb Kilbride, and he wasn't anywhere close. So we go to halftime here on the Charger Sports Network at BCUChargers.com. It's Briarcliff 11 and Dakota Wesleyan nothing. Coach Connor Sonius coming up next.
Briarcliff University, you're more than just a number. You're part of a community that sees you, supports you, and walks beside you every step of the way. With small class sizes, professors know your name and care about your goals. And because we believe in your future, every traditional undergraduate receives a scholarship to make college more affordable. At Briarcliff, you'll build confidence, find your purpose, and belong. Discover the difference at briarcliff.edu.
Halftime here on the Charger Sports Network at BCUChargers.com. It is homecoming weekend as the Chargers take on Dakota Wesleyan. We'll be back with second half action coming up, but less than a month from now, as we speak, about 27 days, not that Coach Sonius has a countdown clock in his office or anything, but it's basketball time, October 24th, the lid lifter for the women's basketball team. And Coach, I know this week has been a big week. You're about 7, 8, 9 days in of having the team together. You had a scrimmage on Wednesday where the girls just plain got after one another. You got to first of all, as a a first-year head coach, liking what you're seeing, liking the transition of things, and we'll talk about that in just a sec, but you got to like where you're at.
Yeah, overall, I mean, I just like the start that our team has had to the season so far. I mean, obviously only 6, 7, 8 days of practice in so far. Like, we're not too far into the season, but I think we've had great veteran leadership overall. They've stepped up. Our seniors have stepped up. Our juniors have stepped up. And really just taking control of this team. They've kind of set the standard of what Briarcliff women's basketball is about. And they've shown that to the freshmen. I think you can see that with our freshmen and the way that they're, even our sophomores too, the way that they're picking it up and the way that they're processing things here early. It's just been really awesome to watch the competition between the teams. And then obviously our scrimmage was a really good one too. Just watching the teams battle each other and just really compete at a really high level all day long was awesome to watch.
Now, as we said, you take over for Coach Brian Ortmeyer, who is moved up in the ranks, and that gave you the opportunity to apply for a head coaching position, and one that you're very happy about. I can tell by the smile on your face. But how has the transition gone for you? How easy has it been? And maybe what are some of the things that popped up on you that you thought, oh man, I didn't have much practice in that deal?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a fun transition. I mean, there's always things that pop up. You know, at any point, a lot of the stuff comes honestly more on the paperwork side of things, the business side of things, like, oh, I don't know how to do this, or I'm figuring out how to do this. But the basketball side of things, you know, it's different. You get into first practice, some of that kind of stuff. You're on a different side of things. You're talking a lot more. You feel, you know, you're a little more in charge. Sometimes as assistant coach, you're saying little things here and there, where the head coach is kind of in charge with saying a lot of things. So, you know, kind of picking up on some of those things. But again, it helps when you have some of the players that we have that make things really easy for us. They do a great job of communicating with me, and we communicate back and forth just to make sure that we're on the same page as a group, and just to make sure that everything's running smoothly and it's not all on me. And our coaching staff's been awesome. Adding Grant and adding Sam to the coaching staff's just been huge. They make my life really easy every single day, and anything I need from them, they're right there. They're on top of things, and they made my life really easy.
Has it been maybe difficult for you to take on a different role, as now you got to watch everything instead of, all right, Coach Sonius, you got the offense, or you got this, or you got that, of opening your eyes to everything as the game comes to you?
Yeah, no, it is. It's a little different. You're kind of overseeing everything as a whole. And, you know, like you said, kind of as an assistant coach at times, you're a little more, you know, micromanaging of certain groups, and I see little things more and the smaller things, whereas now I have to see it overall as a whole. When you're watching film and going back and looking at the practices, even at times, you're looking at them a little differently and thinking about things a little differently. So it's definitely been different to kind of pick up on some of those aspects, but I think it's gone pretty smooth so far.
And when you look at, obviously, the returning core with Kenna Mongan and Mally McNair and Brooklyn Heineman and Taylor Sodeman and players like that, they have really helped set the bar high and take this program to a level that the expectation is that you're going to win a lot of games. The expectation is you're going to be around late into the weekend here in Sioux City, and none of that stuff obviously is going to change. But what are some little things that you've been able to put your fingerprint on for this team going into the season that you're really happy about?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's just some different offensive and defensive things that we're really doing, just a little bit different. I mean, obviously what we've done has been really successful. Now, a little bit of that's just some of the team we have. You lose some players like AJ, you lose some players, you know, Rachel, Kennedy, Grace, like all those type of players in the past year. You got to be a little different. We got a team that, you know, it's a little more perimeter based. We got some post players that can really stretch the floor, a little more comfortable playing on inside, outside, as opposed to just inside. So we've got to make some adjustments on that side of things. We've kind of been working through that, you know, getting some of these post players comfortable diving onto the block and playing in the post is something that, you know, we're consistently working on every single day to get them more comfortable. Just trying to be more of a physical basketball team. So when it comes to that, you know, those late season games, like we're that physical team, that's tough to go against too. Just little things like that. Obviously, you go to the Final Four. We've done a lot of really good things. Coach O set a great standard here. So we want to keep that standard. We want to keep playing to that potential. But it's just little X's and O's things that, you know, we're going to keep tweaking here throughout the year.
And I know the GPAC opener won't be for a while, but how fun is it to sit back, take a deep breath, and realize you're a head coach in the GPAC, which I consider to be the best basketball conference in the country, and I don't think many people argue with that.
No, yeah, I mean, it's an awesome basketball conference. It's pretty cool to get an opportunity to be the head coach in this league, and just being coaching in some of the environments that we play in every single night, you know, going against there's some really good coaches in this league, so getting an opportunity every single night to go up against those guys and really, you know, test myself and test our coaching staff as a whole against those type of coaches, and just knowing when you're playing teams that are going to go to the, we got national champion last year's in Dordt. We got Hastings went to the Sweet 16 a year ago. D-Dub's been there. So just playing teams like that every single year, it's fun to know that battle's coming, and to be a part of that as a head coach is going to be pretty cool.
And as you kind of look at taking a look at the season, I know you don't much more than a game or two at a time because that's how the week lays out. But how comforting is it for you knowing you've made all the road trips, you've done all those things, you have all the traditions, you have all the ways that you go about things? Those things kind of fall into place as you get your coaching feet under you.
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely feels good to know, like, I've been through this before in the GPAC, and I know what the grind of the GPAC is like every single year. I have players that know what the grind of the GPAC's like. They know what it's going to be like in middle January, going up and playing at Dordt, going and playing at Northwestern, going and playing at D-Dub. They know what kind of battle we're in for, so they can set the tone, and I can help set the tone for our younger players coming in. Like, this isn't an off night. It doesn't matter who we're playing. When you go on the road in the GPAC every single night, like, you got to show up, you got to be prepared, and you got to be ready to win every single night. They're not going to give it to you. You got to go and take it every night. So it's definitely comfortable for me knowing that, and just even helping our coaching staff kind of understand what it's like in our league every single night will be huge.
And I know that you're really, really happy about the recruiting class that you were able to bring in this year as a born and raised guy from here in this town. I always love seeing local kids like Brooklyn Heineman, now Abby Lee, but talk a little bit about some of the fresh faces that you brought in that we might see early on in this season that have shown that they belong at this level.
Yeah, I mean, I think our freshman class has done a great job of just stepping in right away and being comfortable. You can see, everything with freshman classes is little details. It's just fixing those little things. But I told Grant the other day, one of the coolest things for me is we don't have to coach effort. When we have our freshman class, like, we're never coaching effort. We're never coaching hard work. Like, they bring it every single day. They're competing with the upperclassmen every single day. So it's really cool to see that. I mean, you talked about it, Abby Lee being a hometown kid. Like, it's cool to see her step in and be comfortable already. Being out here. Kinsey Hinders has been another one that's done a really great job early on of just stepping in and playing hard, running the floor hard, doing all those little things. Reagan, Addie are two younger guards for us that have done a really good job. And there's more. They've all done a really good job of just battling each day. But I think the biggest thing for me is they come in, they're not scared, and they're competing every single day. They see the top group. I think you saw it out with Reagan in our scrimmage. One of the cool things is, like, she's guarding Mally. She's guarding Mally, and I'm going to take that challenge. I'm going to be in defensive stance, and I'm going to work to keep Mally in front, which is a cool thing to see out of our young kids.
It really is. And out of your returners, is there somebody or a player or two that has made a huge step over the summer that you looked at as you brought the team back together, and holy moly, they're going to be something special?
Yeah, I think as a whole, they've done a really good job. Obviously Taylor's taking a good jump, played a lot last year too, but just taking that jump, we've seen really good strides in the weight room, and in the conditioning work in the summer, in the work in the gym over the summer. I think we've seen that quite a bit. Two players that didn't play a lot last year, and Ella Rynell, Kylie Sanger, I think as upperclassmen have done a really good job of kind of taking a good jump and taking a step here heading into this next year too. So it's been really cool to see some of those players kind of jump into that role and, compete for those spots to be getting playing time on this year as well.
It's going to be a great season. I can't wait for it. And I know that one of the things that I always love about the Chargers is that all of you head coaches support all the other sports. Real quick, talk a little bit about the coaching fraternity here at Briarcliff, because I really think it's something special.
Yeah, no, I think it's awesome. We got a really good group of coaches that, we're always supporting each other. We're out to football games, it's volleyball games, it's whoever's game it is that night. Everybody's out there, and we're always talking to each other. It's good luck before every single game. It's sending text messages about, hey, great win, awesome win, things like that too. So we've just, and I think a big part of that too is, what Coach Stick has done for us in the weight room and the work that he's done in helping build this community too of, everybody's through that weight room and everybody's through the work that he's put in as our strength coach. And, I think we're going to see big dividends across all our sports with the work that he's put in with our group. And it's really paying off as a whole staff. And everybody, we want to see each other win. Everybody wants to see the other sports win. I think it's better for the community and for our school as a whole when everybody's winning. So we always want to be out there supporting them every time we can.
Can't wait for the tip-off of the season, Coach. Best of luck, and I know we'll have some chats throughout the year.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, JB.
Coach Connor Sony is here on the Charger Sports Network. It's halftime. Dakota Wesleyan and Briarcliff second half action coming up next.
Whether you're a farmer, a rancher, an investor, or simply a GPAC fan, look to Dakota Mac for your financing needs. Call us to discover why we are the best kept secret in ag financing.
I don't want you to come to my gym. How about that? No. Come fire me. I fucking dare you. Come try it, bitch. Yeah, come try it. Come and get it.
Welcome back to Memorial Field for the start of the second half. Mr. Ossie on it, up and running after a little technical blip. We got her fixed.
Nothing that the man can't do, that's for sure.
Nothing Ossie can't do. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Ossie. Thank you, Andy. Appreciate that. It's Nelly and JB back here on the Charger Sports Network. Second down and 10 after the first pass from Saya, incomplete in the second half. Saya turns, hands to Thomas. Thomas tripped up in the backfield. He'll lose a yard on the play. 11-0 Briarcliff. Thanks to Coach Connor Sonius for joining us here at halftime.
It seems like his expectations are pretty high.
Yes, they are. So
Good.
are ours.
Yes.
For them.
Good.
Well, they set the bar. We just go along with it, Nelly. Coach Figueroa's team got some nice expectations as well, getting a couple of guys back on the healthy side of things. That's absolutely awesome. Jaden Huygens played well today in the alumni game against some really good guards, that's for sure. Saya wants to throw. Saya looks far side, caught by Caleb Bainez at the 47-yard line.
The great thing about that young man was, his first year on campus, he did some promising things and was looking forward to him doing some good things last basketball season, but then he got sidelined.
Right.
And he was sidelined for most of the season. And so pretty excited about being able to watch him on the court again.
Agreed, and some new faces there as well. Some halftime scores: Concordia 38-0 over Waldorf, Midland 10-8 over Doane, Morningside 20-10 over Hastings. Thomas on first down. He's shot out of a cannon all the way to the 40 of Dakota Wesleyan. 13-yard gain, and the Chargers move the chains.
Boy, that was a simple. Open me a hole, fellas, and let me run through it. And he got through that hole in a hurry and up the field for a good 8 yards before anybody put hands on him.
Absolutely love it. Thomas's long run of the day of 13 moves the chains and extends this opening drive. 3 wide receivers for Brock Saya. Flare me the near side wide out. It's Thomas again, but Thomas bottled up this time by Weston Wellsberg of Dakota Wesleyan. And Iman Pittman will come into the game. So to be second down at about 12. Ball back to the 42-yard line. Again, thank you for joining us wherever you may be. At halftime, got to shake hands with Kyle Gibson's dad. That was awesome.
Nice.
Ran into him outside of the press box.
I got to cool off a little bit, so that was awesome.
Yeah, we know, Sleepy.
Man, hey, that was so good.
The only thing you didn't do at halftime is snore.
It's a good thing, right?
Suck some cobwebs off the ceiling, though. Second down and 12. Saya throws, and it's incomplete, intended for Ivan Funderburk. So it'll bring up third down and 12.
My day started early. I've got 15,000 steps in right now. So,
and this is his off weekend, folks. He took the weekend off, and he has 15,000 steps in. I don't even have 1,500. I don't. I have 1,435. That's a lot for me by this time of the day. Third down and 12 at the 42. Saya's thrown for 153 today, looking for a lot more. Given time by his offensive line. He's got a man. It's Westbrook who dropped it at the 11. So it's fourth down and 12, and the Chargers will have to punt it away. Landon Rusink back to field the punt. Today's game brought to you by Ward Electric, Knepfler Chevrolet, Surf Pro of Siouxland, RBC Wealth Management, and Sport Clips as Myers puts one up into the atmosphere and nothing Rusink can do with it but make a fair catch of the 14-yard line. And here come the defense who have played so well today. Winning the turnover battle, no doubt about it. And we'll see what they can do as they've held Dakota Wesleyan to 146 yards on the day.
Just a great effort so far in this game, and I mean, I'm they're hoping they continue to do this. So
USC has come back to take the lead over Illinois, 32-31 in Champaign. Jensen to throw, far side has Holden. Makes the catch at the 25, makes a man miss, extends along the sideline all the way to the 35-yard line. That's a 22-yard gain. Pushed out of bounds by Jaden Self on the far side of the field. It's Louisville over Pittsburgh, 34-27. Vandy looks to go to 5-0, leading 48-28 over Utah State. Ohio State and Washington just underway. LSU Ole Miss just underway. Baylor leads Oklahoma State 7-0. Handoff comes near side for Sean Dieblick. He gets 3, maybe 2. So they mark it here. We do have a flag down, and that's against the Tigers. So it'll take it all the way back to the 20 on the 15-yard penalty. That'll bring up second down and 25. Minnesota holds off Rutgers 31-28. Notre Dame 56-13 over Arkansas. K-State over Central Florida 34-20. And Indiana an early 7-0 lead over Iowa at Kenneck and Iowa City as Indiana took the opening kick and scored. So first down at 25 for Jed Jensen. Pulls the ball in and throws far side. The catch will be complete to Max Robb. Jaden Self and Johnny Bowser teaming up on the tackle.
Hawkeyes might have their hands full
without a
today
doubt.
in Iowa City. So.
Without a doubt. Indiana ranked number 11 coming off their huge win over Illinois.
Kind of crazy when you think number 11 ranked Indiana and it's not basketball.
Yeah, but they went to the playoff last year and maybe a dark horse to fight with Penn State and Oregon and Ohio State in the Big Ten. Jensen throws near side. Pass is complete to Dieblick. He'll get a couple after the catch across the 30. Or they'll give him the 30, so it's a gain of 4. Third down and 15 after the Dieblick catch. Big third down play here for the Charger defense with 10 minutes to go in the third. Jensen sets up with 3 wide receivers and a back. He'll put his back in motion, wants to throw, looks near side. It's caught by Holden, who's tackled pretty much right away. Kyle Gibson with a nice tackle to wrap him up in space and make sure he had nowhere to go. Gain of about 2. It'll be 4th down and 13. And punt formation for the Tigers. Another good play by Gibson.
And right now, the defense for the Chargers, they just continue to shine here. And it says a lot for the offense when you know that you want to be productive on every drive that you have, but you know that the defense is playing really well, so they're always going to do good things for you.
Punt is away. That's a good one. Take Westbrook all the way back to the 23 where he makes the catch and steps out of bounds. So first down and 10 for Brock Saya and the Chargers in their second possession here of the second half. As Saya and company looks to kind of get on track today. They've struggled a little bit. The defense has definitely been the carrier of this game. Let's see what the boys can do this time around. Laramie still doing Kimani things. 4 catches and 77 yards. Westbrook with a touchdown catch. Pittman will start this drive in the backfield as the umpire moves it over to the near side hash mark to start the play. On first down and 10, Laramie in motion. Saya pops it into Laramie's hands. He turns the corner. And has about 5 on first down. Out to, well, they'll give the 28, so it will be, a gain of 5. That'll cut the distance in half for second down. Another one of those deals, just get the ball to Kimani and let him do his thing.
Absolutely. Let him get in the space and let him go make a play.
Thunderberg in this time, as Kimani will earn a playoff and a drink on a nice warm day. Not as warm as it was forecasted to be yet, 78 right now. They said 79, I guess. It kind of went off the mid-80s for today, which is just fine. Saya wants to throw. Saya given time. Saya goes down. The 4th sack of the day for the Dakota Wesleyan defense. Weston Wellsberg on the sack. And it's now 3rd down and long. He really wanted to get rid of it and throw it away, but he just simply didn't have time.
Well, and that was a smart choice there. Of course, you never want to take a sack, but that's better than throwing an errant pass and then watching it get picked off. So in that situation, definitely the smarter play.
So it'll be 3rd down and 15. Ball back to the 18-yard line. Flaherty near side. 2 wide receivers off to the far. Saya wants time, has time, and overthrew Bainez just a little bit. Threw it to the wrong shoulder, and it falls incomplete and brings up 4th down. So it'll be 4th down and 15, and Jacob Myers will be on to punt it away. Rusink back deep. Myers gets a nice snap waist high. Gets off an end-over-end kick. Rusink will let it bounce, and it bounces Dakota Wesleyan's way. It'll be touched up by Cale Forsyth at about the 44-yard line. So a short field to work with for D-Dub, and the defense is going to have to come back out again and make some plays. First and 10 Tigers, 7:18 to play, 3rd quarter. Chargers lead it 11-0. Today's game brought to you by Pizza Ranch, Shari Scott Company, Chesterman Bottlers, and IBC. Thank you for your support of Briarcliff Athletics. First down and 10 at the 45 for Jed Jensen. He's going to change up the play as he sees some safety pressure coming. Forsyth backs off. Jensen to throw as he empties the backfield. Bull rushed, and Max Rascon Jr. in coverage. Got his hand up, and McGilvery couldn't make the catch. Incomplete. Good play by Max.
Did a great job of describing or disguising like pressure coming up the middle that time. And at the snap, you see the outside linebacker come with pressure, but the inside's kind of bailed out and got into pass coverage there. So great defensive scheme that time.
So 2nd down and 10. Jensen wants to throw. Quick out to Cole Holden. On the bubble screen, he'll get the 40, maybe the 39. Kyle Gibson and Max Rascon Jr. over in the neighborhood for the tackle. Dayton Harrell was in on it as well. So it'll be 3rd down and 4 at the 39, and if you're Dakota Wesleyan, I'm guessing 4-down territory here.
Hey, kind of in no man's land, so I'm not sure what they have for a kicker because he...
As long as 40. Kaiser in the backfield with Jensen, single wide near side. Booker in coverage for Briarcliff. Jensen to throw. He's hawked. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes a couple of tackles and miss. He's got the first down and more inside the 30-yard line to the 29. First down, Dakota Wesleyan.
But right now, he's their main rusher. Definitely got to have more yards than a running back.
Well, he doesn't because he's been sacked twice.
That's right, yeah.
He's got 5 rushes. 6 rushes for a gain of 6.
Oh, okay.
Is his net on the day, but a long of 11. Sean DeBleek in the backfield for Dakota Wesleyan. 3 wides, all to the near side of the field. Jensen wants to throw. Jensen does throw. He's got a man, and it's incomplete. Good coverage by Booker for the Chargers to break it up. Intended receiver Caleb Kilbride.
When he was able to get defensive leverage that time, he was able to get inside there and knock it down, but almost could have picked that off at that point, though. Just a great job of just knocking it down.
But 2nd down and 10. And they'll switch things around and have 2 wide receivers here to the Briarcliff sideline side of the field. 2nd down and 10 at the 28. Jensen wants to throws again. Feel the rush, and he's going to go down in a heap. I think it was Caceres up the middle. Yes, it was Michael Caceres on the tackle for Briarcliff. I'd say it's a sack. 3rd down and 13, loss of 3. So another big 3rd down play here. Hawks get a field goal, trail at 7-3. They come back and at least answer Indiana's score with a score of their own, but you're not going to trade touchdown for field goals against Indiana and win. Ball batted at the line, and it's incomplete. Ben Greer in coverage for the Chargers. Intended receiver was Cruz Vaughn. I didn't see who got a hand up and batted that one down, but it's 4th down and 13. Dakota Wesleyan going to keep its offense on the field. See what they can dial up here, but so 4th and 13 at the 31-yard line. Jensen back to pass, fires, has a man, looks, throws, and it's caught. Touchdown. Caleb Kilbride, Dakota Wesleyan from 31 yards out, and it's 11-6. If you're the Tigers, do you go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game? Too early?
I think it's.
I don't disagree. I'm just asking your opinion.
But the bigger receiver that time was able to run straight down that seam there and jump up and take the ball from would have been a good defensive play there.
Danny Carswood is the kicker for Dakota Wesleyan. And the kick is good. He is also a defensive back, the freshman out of Wyoming. Good kicker, though. I was watching him warm up. He was kind of switching between kicking and defensive drills in the in the warm-ups, and not a bad little kicker. 11-7 is the score. Offense today. We'll see if they can get on track here offensively. Today's game brought to you by Jolly Time, American Popcorn Company, F&M Wealth Management, Scooter's Coffee in the Stony Creek Hotel. He's Nelly. I'm JB, our executive producer, Andy. He's with us, having a good time as always. Glad to have you wherever you may be tuned in today on homecoming weekend here in Sioux City. It's Midland 10-8 over Doane. Morningside doubling up Hastings 34-17, and Concordia all over Waldorf 47-0. Dordt and Northwestern under the lights up in Orange City tonight. Number 14 Northwestern, number 15 Dordt.
Battle of County, huh?
Sioux County battle is up for grabs tonight. No love lost between the two, that's for sure.
When that place will just be packed.
Yeah, there are going to be a lot of people there. Ticket sales will be pretty good. There we go. Is that a single game, Aussie? For a single game. End over end kick. It'll be Westbrook. His first real chance to return a kick today. He's mixing up nice footwork, zigging and zagging and making his way to the 31-yard line. Michael Kosser is having himself a day, by the way. A sack and a half away from a new school record for sacks in a single game. Ossie will keep us up to date on that. As let's see, and looking to pull up his, what's he got on the day. Well, he's been playing like a beast, that's for sure. All right, we'll keep tabs on that. It's not the stat pack isn't doing exactly what I want it to do. So we'll keep dibs.
Absolutely.
Tabs, we're on it.
You're gonna break a record, might as well be at home.
Absolutely. 3:58 to play in the third. 11-7 Briarcliff. Not sure what the conference is about here. Do you?
Nope.
No, me neither. I have no idea. See if I can read sign language. I don't know. All right, so the game clock was off. That's cool. 4:14 instead of 3:58. All right, fair enough. All right, offense, let's see what we can do here. Saya 11 of 23 today for 158, a touchdown and an interception, but he's been sacked 4 times. The offensive line trying to gel together here and give him some time to throw the football and some time to run the football for the Chargers stable of backs. Chase Thomas with 40 yards rushing on the day. It is Thomas, not a ton going. He'll get 1 on first down. It'll be second down. He'll get 2, second down and 8. Ball at the 32. Let's see what they come up with this time around. They break the huddle and put Flaherty near side, along with Funderburk and Westbrook in a tight set. Saya to throw. Sees a defender coming. Has Funderburk for a first down across the 40 to the 44-yard line where he will go out of bounds. And a really good throw by Brock Saya because the defender almost had him wrapped at the hip and he got the throw away anyway.
When that was a level 2 throw is what we would call that. It's he had the back out in open space and the receiver cut right over top there. And he actually had somebody long too. So nice throw that time by Brock.
First down and 10, ball to the 44-yard line. See if the Chargers can put a nice drive together. Time of possession has been all Briarcliff, but have come up empty on a few drives here today. 11-7, they do have the lead, but need to answer that Dakota Wesleyan score. Here's Thomas. Tries to get left and is pushed back by 2 Tiger defenders. And he'll lose maybe a yard. We'll see what they actually give him there. No gain on the play is what the official call will be. The ball will stay at the 44-yard line. As the 2 o'clock games nationally have all begun. Ohio State and Washington, no score in Seattle area. Home of the world-famous Asi Tupua. Saya tries to sling it across the middle, but Westbrook wasn't really looking for the football there, and he was the closest receiver in the neighborhood, so it's incomplete and will bring up third down and 10. Dakota Wesleyan's defensive front has really done a good job of putting pressure on Brock today. Thank you to the Hilton Garden Inn, Sioux City Riverfront, Heartland Chiropractic Associates, Sioux Body Shop, L&O Builders, and Ward Electric. Third down and 10, big play near midfield at the 44-yard line. Saya looks to throw. Saya steps up in the pocket, takes off, has some space through midfield, close to the first down, and I think he's going to have it. He does to the 45-yard line.
Well, that was just a tough run that time.
Gain of 11 for Brock Saya.
Secondary did a nice job of covering up the receivers, and he's seen just a little daylight there and was able to make it happen. Just a hard-nosed run that time by Saya.
So it'll be first down and 10 for the Chargers with 90 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Clock runs. Saya takes the snap, turns and hands it off. Thomas, nice little room to run right up the middle of the field. And he'll get to the 40 for a gain of 5. That's a good piece of running on first down. You know what I'm rooting for?
That.
A good 100-yard rushing game.
I mean, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I'll tell you this, through 3 quarters, Stephen Whiting has not touched the ball enough. We're going to see something big out of Stephen. 2 catches, 35 yards today, but a long of 34. Second down and 5. Saya to throw. Saya looks for Westbrook. Westbrook makes the catch inside the 10 and rolls to the 6. Actually, they're going to get him forward all the way to the 4. 4 or 5. But it's first down and goal, Chargers. Nice throw by Saya to Westbrook, and that's the play that they missed earlier.
Yes.
And they go back to it. That's a nice play drawn up by Coach Sayer.
Big.
First and goal at the 5, and we'll get that when we come back. Through 3 quarters, Briarcliff 11. Dakota Wesleyan 7. Back on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com right after this.
Briarcliff University, you're more than just a number. You're part of a community that sees you, supports you, and walks beside you every step of the way. With small class sizes, professors know your name and care about your goals. And because we believe in your future, every traditional undergraduate receives a scholarship to make college more affordable. At Briarcliff, you'll build confidence, find your purpose, and belong. Discover the difference at briarcliff.edu.
Welcome back to Memorial Field here on the Charger Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. JB, Nelly, and executive producer Andy along with you here on a beautiful sun-drenched Saturday afternoon at Memorial Field. Chargers lead it 11-7, but got to have more right here, Nelly.
Yeah, this is huge. Especially, I mean, we have to produce some points here. Would be huge. And defense is playing lights out right now. They've been able to go to work and get the job done and be on the sideline for a while. So this is huge.
Time of possession now 33-48 to 12-52.
Wow.
But you got to have more than 11 points to make that an exceptional stat. Saya has Thomas with him. Long snap count for Saya. He'll hand it to Chase Thomas and bowls forward to about the 3. Gain of 2. Iman Pittman will check in along with Michael Hensley for extra blocking. And Joseph Gatura will come in as well, the senior backup left tackle. So bringing in the heat here. He get Thomas another touchdown. He's got 4 of them on the season, including last weekend, but none would be bigger than right here, right now to extend this lead back to 2 scores. Saya wants to throw. Looks into the corner for Whiting. It's overthrown and incomplete as he was handcuffed by Landon Rusink of the Tigers. Knowing Coach Ledecky, he might just roll the dice here at 3rd down and 4 and make it 4-down territory because he's been known to do that with the way your defense is playing. Keeping you awake over there, pal?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I almost lost a sleeve on my shirt on that yawn.
Stop.
What?
Stop. My brain gets some oxygen. That's all.
Okay. Handoff. Thomas goes nowhere. Read beautifully by Trey Middlestat, the freshman, the left end of Dakota Wesleyan. And they're going to go for the field goal here. Put it back to a touchdown lead at least. Myers will kick it. It'll be a 25-yard field goal closer to the right hash. Ritchie the holder. Ready for the snap. It's a good one, and Myers' kick is up, and it's good. So from 25 yards away, it's Jacob Myers to make it 14-7, and we're back at least to a football score. Not that that really matters, but 13:38 to play here in the ball game. Charger lead is 14-7 in the most unconventional way to get there as possible. That is a safety, 2 field goals, and a touchdown without the extra point. I was joking with Caden, one of our student athletes who works the press box up here, and I said, boy, if you'd have bet $5 that it'd be 11-0 at halftime, you don't want a lot of money.
Right.
Odds on that are astronomical.
Oh, man. But it tells you, defense has played well here today. They really have. Each and every time they've been called to task, they've been able to handle it. So,
got to do it again. That's for sure. 13:38 to play, 14-7 Chargers. And Jacob Myers will kick it away. Myers will approach. High end over end short kick. Christian takes it to the 14. Crosses the 15, 20, 25, out across the 30 and to the 34-yard line is where the Tigers will set up shop. Special teams tackle made by Max Rascon Jr. So out trots Coach Cozy's defense. And Landon Iverson will start in the backfield with Jed Jensen. Jensen rolls to his right and wants to throw, and he's going to go down. Boy, or is that going to be a fumble? That's a loose ball. Picked up by Jesse Hastings of the Chargers, and another turnover is going to go Briarcliff's way.
boy, that's huge. And, of course, when he realized he wasn't going to get it loose, he should have tucked that ball away. But when the defender swung him around, that enabled that ball to pop loose.
The third lost fumble of the day if it holds. So if Dakota Wesleyan would choose to challenge the play, that's the only way they're going to get it back, because ruled a fumble and recovered by Briarcliff on the field.
Big turnover there.
And I don't see the red hanky on the far sideline. So the Charger offense is going to have a real short field to work with inside the 20-yard line. They'll start in the red zone at the 18. I'm going to say the same thing I said earlier, Nelly. I think you go for the end zone here on the first play.
Absolutely.
I really do. There hasn't been a whole lot downfield today. They do have 3 catches of 30 yards or more, but hasn't really been a huge place of attack for the Charger offense. Whiting in motion. Fake the handoff to Thomas. And wide open is Stephen Whiting, and it's overthrown and incomplete.
And that was the shot, too.
That was the shot we wanted him to take. It was just a little bit overthrown. Got Whiting turned around in the end zone, and he couldn't go up and get it. Oh, man. It was there, too. Darn it, darn it, darn it. So second down and 10. Ball at the 18 for Saya. Linebacker showing some pressure. Saya will roll to his right. That'll be a hold as Saya throws into the end zone. Batted down anyway.
Man.
But that's in the area of holding, and that's probably what it's going to be. They've been trying really hard to pick on Landon Rusink, but so far he's answered the call every time. Face mask on the Chargers on Caden Wavernick, the big offensive lineman. That's going to make it second down at 25. And out of field goal range for the time being. All right, boys, let's go get it.
Yep, see what you can get here, and at least get yourself back in field goal range.
Agreed. Got to have points off of turnover. So important. And win you football games, especially games that are close. Saya has a pocket to throw from, has a man, and it's caught by Westbrook. And he'll be in for the touchdown.
Wow.
That a way to throw it, Brock Saya. The lead extended to 20-7 Chargers.
Boy, and that's a shot that we haven't taken very much today, JB, but it's been there. The times that we've taken it, like it's just been over the outreach hands of the receivers, and that time Saya able to lay it right on the money.
Saya to Westbrook for the second time today. As Saya goes to 238 through the air, and it's a 20-7 Charger lead. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. That's how you answer. Myers on for the extra point. And Jacob nails it through. 12:47 to play here in the ballgame. Briarcliff 21, Dakota Wesleyan 7 on the Chargers Sports Network at bcuchargers.com. Dakota Wesleyan football coming up here in just a minute. But I like that answer, Nelly. I really like that answer.
No, it's one that we've talked about. Again, like I said earlier, they missed on it a couple times, but able to capitalize, and more importantly, they capitalize off of a turnover.
Yes.
That the defense was able to pick up. And that's something that they've been able to do here on a regular basis today in this game. What is we've talked about it is points off of turnovers. That's huge.
That is absolutely huge. It doesn't get any bigger than that. That's what you have to have when your defense is gifting you these turnovers. You really got to make the most out of it. And I think that's 10 off of turnover today. So maybe 13. That might even be 13. That's huge. Absolutely huge. What a big touchdown throw from Brock Saya, 14-29 today. 238 yards. Jaden Westbrook now 4 catches for 88 and 2 scores. Career day for Jaden. Jaden came in with 8 catches and 55, so it's a career day for Jaden. His first 2 touchdown catches of the season. That's a coming out party on homecoming. We got no problem with that as Myers kicks it deep. Christian catches at the 5. See how the kick team can do here as Christian, very, very speedy, run out of bounds on the far side of the field by Chase Montang, a former Dakota Valley Panther. So 1st and 10 for Dakota Wesleyan. 12:38 to play. And Jed Jensen and company will trot back out for the Tiger offense. Jensen feels the rush by Chase Brown, throws downfield, and it's caught right at the 50-yard line by Caleb Kilbride. That'll be a first down on a gain of 15. So right at midfield are the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers. Jensen wants to throw again. Little bubble screen complete again to Kilbride. He's got some yards after the catch as he makes men miss and gets to the 30, tripped forward. And they'll put him down at the 30, but that's a 20-yard gain and a little quick strike on the last few plays for the Tiger offense has got him moving forward.
Defense looking for a big play here.
There has been some bends and not breaks throughout the day for the Charger defense. See how this works here. Near side pass is incomplete, right? Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. I just wanted to make sure. Intended for Cole Holden. Now replaying it in my brain, I saw the near sideline judge make the call, but it was very quick. Second down and 10. Back to the ball quickly are the Tigers. 11:16 to play in the game. Jensen looks far side, fires, has Holden right at the first down marker. He'll be wrestled down there at the 20-yard line. Jaden Selfin on the Charger tackle. It's another first down, and to the red zone are the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers. Clock runs, 10:35 to play. Chargers up 21-7. 3 wide receivers for the Tigers. Jensen wants to throw, looks downfield, has to move around the pocket. He's got to take off. Gets a first down and more inside the 5, and then he's nailed.
He got
Max
smacked.
Rascon Jr. just put a shoulder into him, but that was after a 16-yard gain to the 4-yard line, and it's first and goal at the 4. So the defense needs a stop here. Jensen to throw into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Guarded nicely by Jaden Self. They're going to call for pass interference.
Wow.
Intended for Max Robb.
Tough call.
Yeah, tough call. Agreed. Tough call. First and goal at the 2. Doan has taken the lead at Midland, 11-10 with 13 minutes to go. That would be a big upset.
Yes.
Morningside 41-31 leading at Hastings, and Concordia 50-0 at Waldorf. First and goal here at the 2 for Jensen. High snap, has to bat it down, ball loose, and he's going to have to fall on it. That'll be a loss back to the 7 or the 8-yard line. That's a 6-yard loss. It's second and goal from the 8. Very high snap, unable to control it and bring it down. And made the wise decision of falling on it. So let's see if the defense can put together a couple of more big plays here. Holden in motion. Jensen looks to the near side, and it's intercepted by the Chargers. Intercepted by Booker in the corner of the end zone, and it's going out to the 25.
And again, bend don't break, baby. They've shown that they can do it like all day long. So that's just
second
huge.
interception. The
Wow.
5th turnover of the day for Dakota Wesleyan goes the Chargers' way.
And the defense has absolutely played lights out here today.
Kevon Booker with the interception, and the Chargers take over with 9 minutes to play here in the ball game, leading at 21-7.
And if we can just get a long drive put together here and produce some points, no matter if it's a field goal or a touchdown, so it'll pretty much seal the deal here.
How about a 9-minute and 9-second drive?
I can dig it.
I don't care if it has points attached to it or not. 21-7 Chargers. Saya on first down and 10 from the 20-yard line. I think I said 25. I don't know why. Thomas, nice first down run. It rumbles into the secondary to the 32, 31-yard line. It's an 11-yard gain, and the Chargers move the sticks. Thomas just got stronger and stronger last week, and into the fourth quarter really made some nice runs, and that helped churn the clock for Briarcliff. Let's see if the boys can do that again. So 1st and 10 at the 32 after the 12-yard gain. It'll be Pittman this time. Pittman has a nice little lane to run through out to the 39, make it the 40. Gain of 8 for Iman Pittman. That two-headed monster in the fourth quarter was huge. Let's just do it again, boys. Let's replay that part of the game from last week. Tip of the ball sits on the 40. Under 8 minutes to play. 2nd down and 2 for Briarcliff. Pittman, the deep man. Saya puts Funderburk in motion to the near side. Fakes to him. Throws to Whiting. Whiting's got the 45 and the 50, the 45, and takes 3 tacklers all the way to the 40 in Dakota Wesleyan territory. 20-yard gain for Stephen Whiting and a Charger. First down. Nice little crossing pattern from the big tight end. Two wide receivers far, one near for Saya. Hensley is the tight end. Saya looks at the Tiger defense, turns, hands to Pittman. Pittman tries to get to the outside as a flag comes out. Loss of 1 for Pittman. Holding on the Chargers will move him back 10 right to the 50. Be 2nd down and 20, so officially no gain on that last play. Chargers at Dordt next weekend up in Sioux Center, followed by a home game against Northwestern on October the 11th. Trying to go to 4-1 today, one at a time, says every coach in the country, including Coach Shane Ledecky. So 1st down and 20 for the Cliff, bunch formation. Saya has time. Saya's going to take off and get just about half of it back as he slides into second base at the 46. You're only going to give him 4 there. I thought he got a little more, but line judge right there. So he definitely saw when he went down. 2nd down or 3rd down and 16. 2nd down and 16. Clock runs to 6:15 to play. Caleb Bainez, the near side wide receiver. Handoff. Pittman looks downhill left side and gets to the 41. That'll be a 4-yard gain, so it's 3rd down and 11. Did the ball pop loose at the end there? Let's see. Dakota Wesleyan indicating they've got the ball. Didn't see that happen, but apparently not. They're going to say he was down and at the 42.
Yeah, gotta take care of the ball here. Sure.
So 3rd down and 12. Okay.
There was a fumble, but recovered by Briarcliff. Is that what he said?
Yeah, but he said 2nd down and it's 3rd.
Oh.
So 3rd down and 12. Tigers show some pressure now back off at the linebacking core. Saya to throw. Saya has Whiting at the 40, at the 35, turns it up and lowers his shoulder and lays in the boom. He'll be short of the first down, but not by much, maybe a yard.
And that was a hit stick, baby.
That big-time play by Whiting.
Wow.
It'll be 4th down and 1. So a gain of 11 on the play for Big Steven. And this would be a huge 4th down get. Chargers are 1 of 1 on the day on 4th down. 1 of 2 are the Tigers. Big Iman Pittman in. Pittman sees the rush, tries to get through it, and he's going to be stopped for a loss by the Tiger defense. They will take over on downs. But the Chargers took about 5 minutes on the clock off of that drive, leading at 21-7. So the defense got some rest, that's for sure.
Yep, and with a few minutes to play, so Dakota Wesleyan's going to have to strike early here if they're going to be able to do anything in the rest of this ball game.
So Jensen brings the offense back out for Dakota Wesleyan, wants to throw on first down, has a man far side. That's Chase McGilvery, the tight end, at the 37-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down at about 4. Gain of 6. Jensen back quick, looks near side, and underthrew his receiver, Caleb Gilbride, and bounced it through his hands at the 41. So it'll be 3rd down and 4. Another big play for the Chargers. Let's go, defense. As the cowbells come out for the Charger defense. Jensen wants to throw. Hit as he throws. It's complete to Cole Holden. He'll be inside Charger territory to the 38-yard line. They'll give him the 37. It's a 26-yard gain and a 1st down for the Tigers.
Nice pitch and a catch, and he had all kinds of pressure in his face, too.
Michael Caceres was right there.
He was able to stand in there and take a hit.
To his credit, Nelly, he took the hit. There's no doubt about it. Got rid of the football, though. Jensen pulls down the high snap. Looks, pocket collapses on him. He's going down. Sacked by the Chargers. Max Ruscon Jr. got the initial hit on him, and I think it was cleaned up by Blake Hogenkamp. Also in on the play was Ethan Dolan. Oh, an injured player over here on the near side of the field. I was going to say, I was looking everywhere. And it's Jaden Self, the injured Charger. So we'll take a brief pause here on the Charger Sports Network, and we'll be right back. Second down and 15. Ball at the 42. Self off the field under his own power. Jensen back to throw. Feels the heat again and underthrows his intended receiver, Holden. at the 24-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 15.
And defensively, you got to be thinking it's 4-down territory for Dakota Wesleyan. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
How about a sack? Let's dial up another sack here. Jensen has been sacked 5 times today. 6 would be nice. Third down and 15. Jensen throws quick. Has his man, Caleb Gilbride, at the 36. Make it the 35, so it's a 7-yard gain. That'll bring up 4th down and 8. So the Charger defense will have to do it again.
And more importantly, the clock continues to run. That's huge.
Yes, 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play. Both teams with all 3 second-half timeouts, and the Tigers are going to use one right here. 4th down and 8. Ball at the 35-yard line as the troops called over to the sidelines for their respective clubs. It'll be 2:52 on the clock. Other games in the GPAC today on the GPAC scoreboard. At Midland 18, Doane 11 with 3:48 to go. 41-31, Morningside leads Hastings. Just under 12 minutes to go, and it's 53-0 Concordia at Waldorf. Northwestern and Dordt, a 6 o'clock kickoff later on tonight. Hawkeye defense playing well at Iowa City, holding Indiana to just a score so far with 3:16 to play in the second quarter. Iowa on the move, trailing 7-3. UW Washington 3-0 over Ohio State, 3:49 to go in the first half. And LSU a lead over Ole Miss 7-3. 4th-ranked LSU, 13th-ranked Ole Miss, 14:02 to play in the second there. Number 9 Texas A&M 7-3 over Auburn. Northwestern leads UCLA 10-0. That'd be UCLA, 8:34 to go in the second. It's 21-7 Briar Cliff, and 4th down and 8 for Jed Jensen and company. And movement.
Yep.
Make it 4th down and 13. Back to the 40-yard line. It's 4th down and 13. Here's the play. Kaiser in motion. Jensen steps up, and he's going to go down. Sacked by Joseph Caceres at the 45-yard line, and the Charger defense comes up big again.
Oh, and I don't know if he just didn't see Caceres, but, man, Caceres wrapped him up like he put him in a bear hug. Like, how do you not see him when you're stepping up in the pocket? Wow.
Charger defense takes over with 2:38 to play.
And of course, you know who gets the game ball today, and it's got to be the Briarcliff Charger defense.
No, there's no question. No question about it. 1st down and 10 Chargers. Be 2:46 to play. Dakota Wesleyan does have all 3 timeouts, so Chargers may need a 1st down or 2 here to wrap up this deal, but nothing they can't handle with Chase Thomas and company. Bainez goes in motion to the near side. It'll be Thomas. Thomas churns his legs out to the 47. So a 2-yard gain on 1st down. And a timeout by Dakota Wesleyan, their second charge timeout. So Briarcliff with another running play here will probably exhaust the final timeout for Dakota Wesleyan. And the lone stoppage of play at that point, if Briarcliff keeps possession, would be the 2-minute timeout. Next week, it's Briarcliff at Dordt. And in 2 weeks, we'll be back here at Memorial Field. It's an every other in October. Home or road, home, road, home, road on November 1st, technically. And the last 2 games of the season on the road with a couple of home games remaining for the Chargers after today. The 11th and 25th with Northwestern and Doane. It's kind of looking ahead on the Chargers schedule. We will have hit the midway point of the season after when this one is through, which is crazy. High school football, 4 weeks left in the regular season for the big schools. 3 weeks left for the small schools.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Third down and 8 for Briarcliff. Saya. Or second down and 8, I'm sorry, not third down. Thomas looks left. Gets through a little traffic. Makes his way out to the 50. Gain of 3. And the Tigers use their final timeout of the half. So that's their final timeout here of the half. So as I said a little earlier, the lone stoppage of play now, if the Chargers can get a first down, would be the 2-minute timeout. It's third down and 5 at the 50.
How much time?
2:26.
2:26.
Briarcliff leads 21-7. Be back-to-back weeks. The Morningside defense has given up over 30. After Midland scored, 38 last week, and Hastings scores 31 today. Chargers lead at 21-7 here. The defense has been spectacular. Thomas to the right side with a full head of steam. Gets 1 to the 49. That will take us to the 2-minute stoppage of play at fourth down and 5 from the 49-yard line. So if you're the Chargers, you punt it away and pin them deep. At least I'm thinking that's what they're going to do. Right? Don't give them a short field.
Right.
So 4th and 4, Brock Saya today, 16 of 31 for 269 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception, but he's been sacked 4 times. Chase Thomas, 21 carries, 63 yards, and Jaden Westbrook, the leading receiver, 4 catches, 88. But for Dakota Wesley and Cole Holden, 8 catches, 141 yards today. He's had a really good game. Jed Jensen, 21 of 33 for 267, which is by far his best game of the season because he only had 484 coming into this game. Saya adding 269 to his season total so far. Which puts him at 1397 for the campaign through 5 games. So Jacob Myers comes out to kick it away. Fourth down with 2 minutes to go. Myers to punt. It's Stephen Christian back deep for Dakota Wesley, and he stands at his 15. Myers with a high arcing punt. Drives him back to the 10. He's going to try to make something of it, but he's got nowhere to go. Really, a 4-yard return out to the 15, or give him 5 on that return to the 15-yard line. So it's 1st and 10, Dakota Wesleyan with 1:50 to play, trailing by 14 and no timeouts. So the defense here just got to make a few more plays.
And why wouldn't it be a well of a game today for the defensive unit for Briarcliff?
They have forced Dakota Wesleyan into 5 turnovers, and they have sacked quarterback Jed Jensen 6 times. 3 fumbles have all went to Briarcliff and 2 interceptions. So, yes, the defense has been spectacular, Nelly. And they just want to put an exclamation point on this deal right here. 1st down and 10 at the 15. Jensen to throw. Jensen gets out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Has some room to run. 25, 30, 35 in the 40. 45 and pushed out of bounds by Cale Forsyth right around midfield. They're going to put him into Charger territory at the 49. Okay. Little passion from a mama,
I
out
guess.
there. Yeah. Jensen wants to throw again. Looks over the middle, has Holden at the 42-yard line as he slides in for the catch after a gain of 7. As he adds on to a season-high day. Jensen throws quick. It's caught at the 35 and ahead to the 32-yard line for Stephen Christian. So they'll move the chains, but the clock runs with 1:15 down to 1:10. Jensen steps up. He's going to take off, and he slides before Max Rascon Jr. and Ben Greer can tee off on him.
Yes, that was going to be a shot.
Good decision, young man.
Absolutely.
So the clock at 40 seconds and 2nd down and 10. Jensen nailed as he throws. Holden slides, but it's incomplete. Unable to get his hands underneath and make the catch. It'll be 3rd down and 10 as Joseph Caceres put it to him. Michael Caceres back into the game for Briarcliff. 3rd down and 10 at the 32. And a timeout by the Chargers. Their first timeout here of the half, but just a opportunity to catch some breath here. North Dakota State 51-6 over South Dakota. Wow. Didn't necessarily see that one coming. Iowa leads Indiana off of a Mark Gronowski rushing touchdown. 9-7 with the extra point pending and 24 seconds left to play in the half. Maybe. Might have got called back. Nope, it does. Okay. ESPN updated, didn't update, then updated. Washington still leading Ohio State 3-0. So the Hawks might just have a halftime lead at Kenneck. Bet the under. Bet the under. But the Fighting Tupuas are winning. That's what matters. 3rd down and 10, 38 seconds left. Jensen back to pass. He has got a face full of blue jerseys. He's going to throw it up in the air in the end zone, and it's batted down. Greer and Harrell. If that was an outfield play, neither one of them called the other off. Broken up by Greer. He wants that one back. It's 4th down and 10. Huh? What if I didn't want to hear your voice?
Maybe you don't.
No, I really don't.
It's okay.
All right, fair enough. 4th down and 10. Jensen to throw. Jensen wrapped up and down he goes. Another sack for the Charger defense. The 7th sack of the day. Blake Hogenkamp will lead the charge on that one.
And that should pretty much do it.
And victory formation shall ensue for the Charger offense.
Boy, I tell you, what a way to end that with the defense on the field there. What an exclamation point for this performance today.
All about the defense today. 7 sacks on the afternoon. 3 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions.
Wow.
That's a 12 spot when it comes to big numbers defensively. And victory formation for Brock Saya. He will take that knee, and that's ball game. A homecoming victory for the Charger football team here this afternoon. Briarcliff improves to 4-1 on the season and 3-1 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Dakota Wesleyan falls to 1-4 and 0-4 inside conference play. Final score, Briarcliff 21, Dakota Wesleyan 7. The stats for today's game: Brock Saya, 16 of 31, 2 touchdowns, an interception, and 269 yards. He was sacked 4 times. Chase Thomas, 21 carries, 63 yards on the day. Iman Pittman, 5 carries for 15. Brock Saya, 6 carries for a loss of 14 on those sacks on the day. Jaden Westbrook, 4 catches, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kimani Flaherty, 5 catches, 82 yards. Stephen Whiting, 4 for 66. Ivan Funderburg, 2 for 24. Caleb Bainez, a catch for 9. Jed Jensen threw for 284 on 23 of 37. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He was sacked 7 times. He was their leading rusher, though, 15 carries for 27 yards. He gained 87 but lost 60 on those sacks. Kobe Kaiser, 7 carries, 21 yards. And Landon Iverson, a carry for 5. Receiving, Cole Holden, 9 for 147. Caleb McBride, 5 for 75 and a touchdown. Max Robb, 5 catches for 43. Stephen Christian, a catch for 11. And that's pretty much the offensive stats. Total yardage, or some of the other offensive stats. First downs, Dakota Wesleyan 18, Briarcliff 15. Total yards on the day, Dakota Wesleyan 61 plays for 350 yards. Briarcliff 64 plays for 332 yards. Yards per play, 5.74 for Dakota Wesleyan, 5.19 for Briarcliff. Kick return yards, 5 for 108. For Dakota Wesleyan, 2 for 43 for Briarcliff. Time of possession, 44-49 for Briarcliff to 16-51 for Dakota Wesleyan.
Wow.
The stat that means the most: Chargers 21, Dakota Wesleyan 7. Nelly, a fun game.
It was. And, boy, the defense definitely came and did the job here today. They were up to the test, and that's just huge. And the other thing that, and I think I mentioned it early in the second half here, the defense playing with so much confidence, and I think that allowed the offense to go out and do the things that they were able to do today. And there was times when they came up short, but the defense was playing with so much confidence. They didn't care what kind of field position the offense put them in. They were gonna come through for them. So.
The other scores in the GPAC: Doane has taken the lead 19-18 with 8 seconds left in Fremont. That would be an upset. Morningside 41-31 over Hastings, and Concordia will win at Waldorf, leading at least 47-0. That score has bounced around a few times, so not sure what's happening there. But Dort and Northwestern will play it later on tonight to wrap up the GPAC football day. That'll wrap it up for us here at Memorial Field. Final score: Briarcliff 21. And Dakota Wesleyan 7. For our executive producer, Andy, for Asi Tupua, and my broadcast partner, Nelson Wilson, Justin Barker saying good afternoon. Final score: the Chargers go to 4-1, 21-7 over Dakota Wesleyan. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody, at the Charger Sports Network, BCUchargers.com.
Briarcliff University, you're more than just a number. You're part of a community that sees you, supports you, and walks beside you every step of the way. With small class sizes, professors know your name and care about your goals. And because we believe in your future, every traditional undergraduate receives a scholarship to make college more affordable. At Briarcliff, you'll build confidence, find your purpose, and belong. Discover the difference at briarcliff.edu.